Good morning, everybody. I'm back, baby. All right, so there's like a lot of Thalassocracy Cup happening today. Most of the sets should be incredibly one-sided. So we'll have to see. Rework. I honestly am withholding judgment. There's so much that I really I don't know. And if Hulks are overtuned, then it's like it's kind of hard to tell what the actual water triangle balance is going to be. You know, once they just adjust the numbers around a bit. So I'm withholding judgment. Anyway. Got Classic Pro. Balance on the level of Theage. Depends on how much testing they do. But yeah, basically, Theage and Hallis. The middle of a tournament with money at stake? Honestly, I don't hate the idea. Oh, I just realized I don't think I'm on the right patch. I think that how else are you really going to get high-level testing of it? Because, like, players aren't going to actively try new things unless you make them. Hello, Brutality. I'm so ready for Classic Pro versus an 1800 player, by the way. Mm-mm-mm. Alrighty, now we are on the correct patch, and just in time. Qualify? No, no, no. I'm too busy. Part 2 of my review? Yep. I'm gonna try and get it out Friday because I'm leaving. As I mentioned, I'm gonna be in Lexington, Kentucky this upcoming weekend. Never been there before. So I'm gonna try and get that out before I leave. This is Thalassocracy Cup. I just didn't bother updating the scoreboard because these are going to be a bunch of best of 3, so really fast. They're probably going to be 2-0s. All right, 39 seconds, and we'll get into Northern Isles, where, remember, we can't play Armenians or Georgians because they're bugged and they're not going to do anything about it. Hey, Gridmaster, yeah. I have a strange four-legged beast next to me. Who is staring at me. All right, Fodler. Yeah.
Get MBL versus Fodler tomorrow 20 GMT.
Oh yeah, mark your calendars, kids. All right, where is this person from again? Ah, thank you for older though. Oh, they're American. Our American hope. Oops. Oh, thanks, Renru. So much happening.
Another month, another prime sub to my favorite TaToH caster.
We're dash cam, sure. In chats, I have never seen this person on chats or on ladder, because he's about my skill level. This is the life of a corgi. And a classic pro yellow Bengalis to the west, mighty space fruit will be the blue Portuguese to the east. Our freedom-loving player. Yeah, but thanks for the subs, everybody. Reckon that is? I don't know. Durians, because they just don't fit in with the entire world.
Hi.
Alright, so let's check it out. Of course, these are two excellent water civs. Now remember, the Portuguese are bugged. They're supposed to get increasing ship HP percentage throughout the game. Oh yes, Dash, here is the spoon. But yeah, that's bugged and that just doesn't work. Also, they have their new Castle Age unique tech, Circumnavigation, which sets the entire map to explored and ships train 33% faster. But did they reword Shipwright? Yeah, so it's not as good as Shipwright in terms of ship production speed, but it is a boost. Like, in my mind, Shipwright is always ships train 20% faster, but I don't know, man. How they reword things. Alright, so Portuguese, they're just bugged on this patch. Current map state? No, it's like just typing in the Marco cheat without Polo. How expensive is circumnavigation? I don't know. It takes a long time. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say here. Can't be that expensive, though. No, apparently there's another bug on top of the mule cart tax. Because at first they were saying, okay, you have instantly researching mule cart text, whatever, play the civ, it's not going to be that game breaking. Now they said, wait a minute, there is another bug, and that is game breaking, so now you can no longer play those civs. Yeah, however much it costs, it's less than shipwright, and you get part of the effect of shipwright for a very good price. So yeah, no, it's a good solid tech. It's still going to be focused on, you know, a water map focus, but I mean, this is basically useless on land map still. Anyway, hello everybody. Hope you're all doing well on this fine Wednesday morning? Yeah, it's Wednesday. There we go. Just casting some Thalassocracy Cup. Let's see some Hulks in action. We'll see how incredible these Hulks are. Is there hope? Nope. They literally said, yeah, we're not fixing any of this. Which personally, I find absolutely flabbergasting that they're literally trying to show off, like, their new stuff in their own tournament, and World's Edge is like, nah, we don't need to fix it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Having a corgi is quite an experience. Alright, so DBA on the way, and it is going to be nice and simple here from Classic Pro. I mean, it's not like he has to do anything too wild, considering how much of a better player he is on paper. Double Fire Galley production going to be kicking things off. But the mighty Space Fruit gonna be landing here with a barracks. This fruit is not about ready to get peeled, that's for sure. But you can see right there, fishing ships just going right into the dock, and here is the Hulk on the way. Space Fruit, no, pay attention, you're taking so much damage. And remember, guys, fire ships now just deal melee damage, and Portuguese ships still getting the 10% extra HP. Fire ships, they're still going to commit to the kill, but doesn't get it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, I'm not too sure I'm the biggest fan of this. Don't send the 2 HP ship in. Of course, Classic Pro's going to take it down. Oh, a little bit of the S word. Meanwhile, galley production coming out to help deal with these Hulks. Remember, guys, it's all just straight up, you know, melee and pierce damage now. Only 1 pierce armor on the Hulks, 6 attack on the galley as usual. And then you have the extra damage versus the unknown Type 60, which is long-range warships. Nope, Bengalis are going to get that ship HP regeneration, which is always nifty. Spearman is out over here. It does get the kill, and honestly, Mighty Space Fruit not doing too bad so far. He is 2 villagers behind with a little bit of idle time, but of course that is against Bengalis. Does need to make sure he can keep his eco as efficient as possible, because look at this, Classic Pro already just getting pretty darn far ahead in resources. Oh, jump, fishing ship! There's a fire ship out here as well. And what is this? That wasn't a rhetorical question. Like, seriously, what is this? Also, that's not how this map works, Classic Pro. You can't just wall like this. What is this? Classic Pro is an experienced player. Guys, this isn't how the map works. It's rocky terrain. This isn't a new map. All right, got a fire galley coming out over there. And honestly, guys, my biggest concern for the water balance isn't so much, oh, hulks are OP, because that can always be, you know, tweaked it with numbers. Yeah, number adjustments. My concern is that what's going to happen is that you're just going to have this endless cycling through the different warships as you're just making the counters to the other warships. And you're not actually developing a real naval composition as much. Oh, look at that, jumping in and out of the dock with the fishing ships. Anyway, there's a villager over here looking ready to land. You can see 5 fishing ships to 4. Still have 34 vills to 30. Power of Bengalis and all that. Market's being rushed up. Now, you're not horribly far away from Castle Age as the mighty space fruit. Attacking the wall? Because, what if the units don't want to walk on the rocky terrain? What if they want to walk along the beach? Ever think about that, Manika Wildflower? I didn't think so. Oh, not the house! Oh, whoa, 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 guys, transport ships are so much weaker now. You have to be really careful. Guys, transport ships used to have 100 HP and 4-8 armor. Now they have 70 HP, 77 with Portuguese, and 0-2 armor. I have no idea why they made transport ships, you know, more susceptible to death than, I don't know, a dust mite. Anyway, Castle Age is on the way. You got 3 fire galleys and 3 hulks right now, but that dock is going to go down pretty fast. Fire galley out here going after the fishing ships, so still, fire galleys are slow to destroy fishing ships. Damage, yes, in general, but, I mean, that's a huge difference. 500 HP and 10,000 PS armor. Okay, that was a different situation. Alright, fire galleys trying to sail away. And remember, fire galleys used to not be able to do this at all because they were slower than the regular galleys. Now they are the same movement speed until Castle Age when they become even faster. Now you're going to have to sail back with these ships as well, and taking a bad corner there. Excuse me. Oh, why are you getting your ships cornered, dude? Galleys are here with fletching. Castle Age on the way for yellow as well. And of course, big eco advantage. We still have the faster researching technologies, remember, as the Portuguese. Well, I mean, it's galleys. You want fire ships to deal with galleys. See here? There we go. Now I wish... Okay, there is another dock, and now would honestly be a good time for the Mighty Space Crew to get medium warships at that dock. Perfect. Okay, well, that Hulk's having a bad day. Got a stable coming in here, +1 defense. 0 hills on food right now. That is a little bit awkward, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, fishing ships are going back to work, and now you're gonna need to be careful because, again, the fire ship was still slower than the galley line. Now fire ships are a lot faster. I guess the Warhulks aren't really going to do anything right there. Good fights here for Classic Pro. Knights are going to be on the way. A couple of skirmishers out. No spearmen even. There's Classic Pro in the Castle Age. And I honestly, just take the fight, dude. Just go for it. There we go. Fire ship's faster, remember. And look at this, guys. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Yeah, that is certainly decisive. And the Knight is coming in. Now, Classic Pro is going to be going up to the 3 town centers. But yeah, you're going to need to get some Hulks out pronto stats. Not a trade cog! Alright, guys, I don't think the answer is the trade cog. Transport ship goes down there as well. Oh, burn. Now, I don't think these Knights are going to be able to do a whole lot, because Classic Pro in a solid position. Don't mind me, guys, I'm just dying. Rip Caster. All right, and fire ships are going to take down the dock pretty fast, because remember it, guys, fire ships dealing melee damage now, with 2 anti-building damage. Other knight die too? TC fire. All right, Siege Workshop coming in here as well. Classic Pro's eco is fantastic, but he has lost the water. It's okay, guys. I'm replaceable. What is it replaceable? Is Classic Pro's Navy. Rip. I mean, Classic Pro, you gotta embrace the Hulk, man. It is literally the counter to this. Delete. Yep. All right, now the question is, what do you do with your water advantage? You need the fish boom behind it because the eco of Classic Pro is fantastic. So I would start just adding in fishing ships like crazy. Getting more docks down. You only have 2 right now, and this dock is also far away from actual fish. Because, unfortunately, the fire galleys do not, or guess fire ships now, don't offer a whole lot of aggressive potential beyond winning water. Oh, and then the Hulk can go to town. Oh, it can't reach. Oh, no. Oh, it's trying so hard, guys. It sails. They just don't know what to do. This is like when I was like 2 or 3 years old, and my dad accidentally locked me in the car, and I was trying to, you know, reach my seat, like my car seat buckle, and I just like couldn't reach it, and it was off by an inch. And then we had to have the fire department come and rescue me. It was quite the experience. But yeah, that was basically that Hulk right there. Just couldn't quite reach the house. Anyway, at this rate, Classic Pro's eco is just going to be too powerful to stop. 1 TC only here for Mighty Space Fruit. Yeah, he's getting fishing lines right now, which is, remember, the precursor to gill nets. Takes to stop it? Absolutely. Classic Pro's got his own castle. Man, fire ships? I feel like they're better against buildings now. Not that they have the melee damage. And you can see castle, perfect position right here. It's going to help establish these docks and going to give you the tools you need to get back here on the water. Those fishing ships, sail away, little fishing ships, sail away! Oh, the Bengali monks, guys! They don't care about the Hulks. The Hulks only have 5 attack. 3 melee armor on the monks. But yeah, this is just the downside of the fire ships, is that they're just unable to harass those villagers. And now Classic Pro is going to be able to get himself back here on the water. There is a castle incoming here for the Mighty Space Fruits. Fast him. Honestly, he's probably just dead. Like, realistically, against 2 evenly matched opponents, unless he can make this huge push happen here, he's probably just dead. I'm telling you guys, Bengalis have everything except Incendiaries. Is that the last one? No, Siphons is... No, yeah, Incendiaries is the Imperial Age one. They have everything except the Imperial Age fire ship upgrade and heavy demo. As usual. Bengalis have a great navy. Alright, Imp is on the way for Classic Pro. These mangonels are still threatening. We'll have to see if some organ guns are going to be on the way. It would at least force the Redemption and Sanctity upgrades, if nothing else. Oh, Lightcap is here. That's not too bad. You know what, guys? For there being an 800 elo difference, I mean, Mighty Space Fruit here is putting up a far better showing than I would, and I'm technically slightly higher elo than him. Alright. There is a conversion there. Medium Warships is in. Got a University on the way. I'm not too sure what that's for. More Lightcap coming in, so he knows what he needs to do. Bunks are going to be the land-based defensive answer here for Classic Pro. He does have more gold over here that he can safely secure. Oh, the peasantry! Oh, and guys, if if our Mighty Space Fruit were a 2k6 player, there would just be villagers here to repair, and the chances of the mangonels being sniped by the villagers would be extremely low. Yeah, it's just one of those things that a higher level player would do. But again, even having the right strategy in this situation is very impressive. We gotta give our Space Fruit a lot of credit. And here we are just landing on the other shoreline with these monks. The villagers can't kill the monks because Bengali monks are covered in plate mail armor or something. Siphons incoming. Here we go. Got to improve those fire ships, man. Get the charge attack, the blast attack.
Hey.
More vills going down. I mean, the KD is very nice. He still technically has the score lead, but he doesn't have any gold income right now, and he's going to get his entire eco converted. There's heavy warships incoming. Going to get Galleon here in a moment. And although castle number 2 will be on the way here, it's just you're running out of resources really fast. Even as you're getting pushed over here, you can simply land on the other island as Classic Pro. Yeah, I mean, the Classic Pro just now took the score lead, even though Biscuits is quite dead looking. But yeah, ton of credit here. You know, Biscuits is giving us an entertaining game, and we see far, far closer matches in terms of basic skill level where the games are way more one-sided than this. Playing for the people, something like that. Anyway, 4 Pierce Armor for your ships. So, what, 13 attacks? So yeah, the Galleons are still doing great. You need to get those University upgrades to give yourself extra Pierce Armor. But yeah, obviously things are getting out of control very fast right now. Aquarina, I didn't look at the draft. I figured that since we're going to be seeing like so many games back to back to back to back, and they're almost all certainly going to be 2-0s because we're in the round of 128. Figured it wasn't really worthwhile to set up all the draft stuff. All right, Ballistics is coming in. Oh, Galleons have 1 more attack now. Okay, that makes them a little bit better versus land units, but they also have 10 less HP. Also less armor. Yes, Bengalis do have good keeps. Dravidians do as well, although they miss architecture. But Dravidians get Bombard Towers. Anyway, Mighty Space Fruit is going to tap out there. Still a great showing from him, though. And Classic Pro is still going to be taking the expected win based off of a vastly superior economy, getting those extra TCs down. Slower to Castle Age, but just able to leverage that stronger Bengali eco and then use that to get even further ahead in eco by adding in those extra TCs. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I hope you're all having a lovely hump day. Surely that must mean that we are filled with camel-based games. No, Biscuits went with Pacific Islands as his home map. And they're already in game number 2. All right, 54 seconds, and we will be getting into game 2 as I'm like, my chair is like falling apart, man. This crappy IKEA chair I got. Jeez. When did I first move into my own apartment in a university, or my own dorm? 2018, 2019? Is when I got like my own place, so to say. It is like falling apart, man. IKEA was I mean, it was like a $90 chair. That's lasted me 5 years. One of the wheels has fallen off on it. Alrighty, guys, let's get here into game number 2. The world's mightiest of all the space fruits will be here in the blue as the Dravidians to the west, and to the east in the yellow as the Japanese. It will be Classic Pro. And I am going to get some coffee. I'll be right back. Enjoy watching our mighty space fruits scout cavalry. I return. If the Sicilian bonus applied to ships, originally the Sicilian reduced bonus damage bonus applied to ships, and it was like the most OP thing ever, like way back in the Lords of the West beta. And Sicilians won every single naval fight. Not the most balanced thing in the world. Alright, so nice quick balls here from Mighty Space Fruit. I don't think it's possible to land the scout on one tile like that. It'd still be broken for sure. No, it would matter with anything that has bonus damage versus the long-range warship class. Where's Blue Scout? Oh, Blue Scout's just having a merry time here on this island. Like, oh, look at the wildlife and all the flora. What a beautiful paradise island. Meanwhile, at home, like, this poor villager is just getting brutalized. Bill makes her way home. Nyarko Scout. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm going to talk about it in the review, but the characters that were not named Alexander were generally more memorable. Nyarkos and Perdiccas had some absolutely top-tier banter throughout the campaign. Like, I just played the Hydaspes scenario again, and Perdiccas is like, oh, Nyarkos, you told me that there would be wonders and, like, giant ants digging for gold and 12-meter river worms. Right now, mostly mud. Reminds you of Louisiana? Well, Louisiana isn't really a jungle, it's a swamp. All right. Feudal Age is, of course, on the way here for Classic Pro. Yeah, the voice acting... Like, Alexander, I don't think was, like, the most sympathetic protagonist. But the voice acting was fantastic. No, I think that... Yeah, the voice actor for Alexander absolutely went all out. Alright. Gonna be just getting some food over there. And honestly, just seems like a cleaner build here for our yellow player, although he isn't making a ship. Huh. Interesting. He's building the archery range. He knew his opponent had a scout over here, but if you look at player 4's POV... Okay, now he's just going to be taking wood here. I guess just setting himself up. It's a little bit odd in terms of, like, order of operations, so to say, but I guess it works out in the grand scheme of things. Hello, Snowless. Anyway, we got a Hulk coming in. The Incredible Hulk. Now remember, Dravidians have everything except for siege engineers. They are now the Civ with the complete dock tech tree. Whereas the Japanese miss heavy demo still, and they miss nothing else? Wait a minute, what's this one? Oh, you don't have either of the fire ship upgrades. Wait, hold on. I need to double check that. Yeah, why do Japanese have crappy fire ship upgrades, man? They used to have fully upgraded fast fire ships. Now you don't get siphons or incendiaries. Of chicken maps? Not really. This is not a pro-chicken tournament. Critical are these upgrades? I mean, they're good. They're pretty good. Siphons gives you a charge attack that just kind of is like a occasional area of effect damage. Just a good, solid boost. And Incendiaries makes all of your ships detonate like thunderclap bombs when they explode, which can make them really devastating against, guess what, the unit that counters them. It's a really, really good upgrade. Does like 15 damage with a sizable area. And yeah, Siphon's also good. Trying, yes. Yes. Alright, fletching coming in. We got a few archers here on this island. Archers coming over from the transport ship, though. And honestly, I think that our poor space fruit here might just be getting caught off guard. Uh-oh, no transport ship nearby to Dunkirk these vills. Uh-oh, those guys are having a bad day. These archers need to cross the map and get a ton of damage done, but likely the angle that this ship will take will be, you know, landing over here, and it's going to be difficult to get all the vills that are over there to the south. If at all anymore? I mean, demo ships are still going to be good against hulks and fire ships. It's just, you know, it's still going to be that comeback unit, but just not as powerful. Anyway, yeah, this is much more the 800 elo gap between the two players. Defensive watchtower being rushed up, another lumber camp over there just to make sure that you have wood income that's safe. Good idea there. Gonna bring the transport ship back over here, gonna pick up those vills, bring them to the west. Great reaction here to the archer landing. Archers aren't gonna get a whole lot done here at all. Walls here to the side as well. Good stuff. Yeah, really well played. Rams? Yeah, I feel like that would make more sense. They have a very long ram, okay? Right, archery range coming in here on the home island as well here for Classic Pro. Step pirates. Yeah, the Hulks really aren't all that insane versus buildings because they have actually negative building damage. First unit in AoE to have negative bonus damage versus buildings. It's so weird because Hulks have 2 attacks that deal 5 melee damage, but they don't get stronger with the subsequent upgrades, War Hulk and Caravel. No, Karak. Yeah, Karak. They just get a faster reload speed. It's very odd. Oh, the hook is super goofy. I mean, Archer Armor, I would say it's probably better for him just to try and get up to Castle Age. And to be fair to our mighty Space Route, he is on his way. But now there's a large army disembarking on his coast. And he sold his stone, so no defensive watchtower available to him. In charges the army here of Classic Pro. Uh-oh. Yeah, the hooks are attached to ropes, but honestly, that looks even goofier. Uh-oh. There are the defensive skirmishers here. Those are going to be very helpful against the archers, and that's probably why he got the +1 archer armor. Just keeping himself as safe as possible. That said, if blue can keep his archers alive, and that's a big if you can keep these archers alive for Castle Age, they'll have to keep them alive for 50 seconds and avoid an engagement versus the skirmishers, which honestly also feels very unlikely. Gets a kill there. Ghost greater than biscuits? Who is Ghost? Ghost reporting. Up. Yeah, look at this. Kidding Castle Age, you have no resources. Crossbow Bodkin, I guess, are queued up, but again, it's about the timing. I mean, it's 0 kills to 17 deaths, oh no. Oh no. Oh. OP, man. I know ACCM arrived late and got an admin lost. Yeah, this looks like one of my games, guys. And not from the perspective of Classic Pro. A, what are you, Canadian? Two kills, poggers. Got these Hulks out here. Yeah. Little bit sad here for poor Mighty Space Route, but hey, he gave a good game to Classic Pro in game number 1, and that is not something to be ashamed of. Oh no. A lot of community people signed up for this tournament, though. That's always nice to see. People interested in playing with the new water balance. Go get him! You get 3 wins versus Syscon? Dang. About the community tourney community? Well, why would I know about them? I don't play in them because I'm too busy, man. Honestly, guys, crossbowmen are going to be pretty good against the Hulks. Again, they only have 1 pierce armor. But, oh no! Between a rock and a Hulk place. This is where you gotta believe, Mighty Space Fruit. Believe! leave. Leave. Oh my goodness, guys. Now just hunt him down. Decisive third TC coming in here from Classic Pro as well. He is improving his eco. He is cruising here in game number 2. Moderate warships. Let's not go overboard with the warships, just medium warships.
Okay.
This game, yeah, it's that's AoE 2 for you. It's kind of weird that the Fire Galley is slower than the Feudal Age Hulk, but War Hulks are slower than Fire Ships. So the Fire Ship is able to escape. Anyway, this is just, once again, a situation of the eco difference being simply too great. 3 TCs to 1, 3,000 resource advantage. Oh god, Hulk fights are going to be the most painful thing ever, guys. They deal 1 damage to each other. I guess 1 damage times 2. Oh my goodness, guys, it's so sad. It's so sad! Again, if the eco difference weren't so huge, then this would be a good raid, potentially. Attack upgrades? Yeah, I guess it would. Well, you would need 2 attack upgrades at this point. Oh, not the archer just getting hooked, man! Magyar Hulk Rush is undiscovered. Magyar Hulk Rush and the Keaton Hulk Rush. Get the double attack upgrades for your Hulks. Get your Royal Hulks with +4 attack and Castle Age. Let's go! Ballistics is coming in, but again, the numbers just are not on your side. I'm afraid, Mr. Space Fruit. 36, hey man, that is improvement. It is literally an infinitely better KD. Yeah, I don't think I've seen anyone get attack upgrades for the Hulks yet, so that seems to be something that people need to discover. Or at least keep in mind when they're playing. Anyway, this castle drop is all sorts of not happening right now. Okay, monks need to rotate to the side. Redemption is not in yet, and this castle is on the way. Alrighty. Eco upgrades are also better here for Classic Pro. Oh, look at this. What if Japanese got faster attacking Hulks, too? Especially since they don't have the best fire ships now, maybe they could get faster attacking Hulks. Alright, castle's in, and now it could be the Arumi swordsman, guys! Oh, they're gonna crush everything. I mean, what do you even do against the Arumis, man? I don't think the unit has a counter. On a completely unrelated note, I only ever make spearmen. To get into, they do not. At least the elephant rams feel a little bit, you know, different than battering rams, and it's not like the Haeguang Cav, which just feels like basically just a knight with slightly different stats. Oh no! That Arumi guy's it almost got 1 kill. Wow. Not every unit in the game can almost get 1 kill. The mounted elephant ram. Just had the units pop up on top. Alright, castle coming in here. Should be a GG once Imperial Age is in. Oh, guys, look at this Arumi! It's done 150 damage! And counting! Oh my goodness. Wow. Truly an astounding unit. Ulysses the Arumi. Yeah, I mean, not giving direct Hulk bonuses is fine. It's literally a brand new unit. Classic of course, takes the 2-0. Not fixing Armenians and Georgians so they literally have to be banned in your own tournament is kind of a what the heck World's Edge. Better eco, Katie? That he does. Everyone knows that's the only stat that matters. Anyway, well done there to Classic Pro, and he will get the win as expected and move on to the next round. Alright, so the next set is Vilesa versus Nojo, or Noho. And that'll be in 4 minutes. Yeah, it's something more, though, than the bugged mule cart techs. Because they discovered something else and then had to ban the civs. First, they discovered the mule cart text thing and then said, okay, whatever. And then they banned it. I have no idea. Wait, a new job opportunity? Hold up. Wait, did I apply to this company? Don't ignore the scoreboard. We'll make the scoreboard go away. Not worth setting up the scoreboard for, you know, these best of 3s that are going to be ending very quickly. Oh, what? I applied in April. And Maggie Vertza for the 14 months. Thank you so much. Okay. Came across your resume in our database and wanted to see if you're currently looking for a new role. Our client has a job up in it. Regulatory Affairs Associate 1 in Lake County, where I live. No, it's for a different posting. Job description. The Regulatory Affairs Associate will be responsible for managing, authoring, and compiling chemistry, manufacturing, and control sections of regulatory submissions for marked product variations, including Class 3 implantable medical devices. This position involves coordinating cross-functional activities to ensure timely and accurate preparation of submission documents while maintaining compliance with the FDA and international regulatory requirements. I don't have a bachelor's degree in chemical biological sciences or related discipline. I do not have 1 to 2 years of pharmaceutical industry experience. I don't have experience. I mean, I have experience with electronic document management. Okay, I have that. I do have strong oral and written communication skills, and I have the ability to collaborate effectively across global teams. I am highly organized, detail-oriented, and capable of managing multiple projects independently. And I am super familiar with US and international regulatory requirements for CMC dossiers. Oh my goodness. Preferred master's degree in scientific or regulatory discipline? 1 to 2 years of experience with regulatory affairs? What? Honestly, like, if it's a 6 months role, maybe they're not looking at somebody who is super familiar with chemical stuff, and maybe they're looking at I don't know, someone who can just organize things. And he never got chemistry. It's so weird, man. So weird. Casted. I had that is on my resume. I've done a lot of work for this content creation, casting stuff. All right, I mean, I guess we might as well put up the drafts because got nothing better to do. All right, we're gonna be starting on Nomad, and we have Water Nomad. Feels good, man. All right, I guess we'll update this. Guys, I have never gotten a job interview before. I've applied to over 100 postings, and I have never even gotten an interview. Which is why this, like, oh, get this chemical management is like, what? A resume pro? I mean, I've used my universities, you know, people, and I use AI to tailor it, my resume, to the specific posting. It's just really rough job market, especially in my field right now. All right, getting the sieves. In history, my degree is in international affairs with a concentration in Asia, from a very good university in that field. I have a good degree. It's just really rough in my field right now. If only we didn't have an administration that completely gutted anything that had to do with international relations that isn't in the military. If only we didn't do that, guys. It's like, oh, shucks. In a political party, if I was engaged in one political party, I might have a better chance, but I really don't want to get involved in politics. Yeah. I really don't want to have to deal with politics. I just want to slot in to some sort of analytical international affairs position and just move on. It got involved with you? Yep. That'll do it. I want to slut in. You bet. I wanna just slide into those you know, analytic and research roles. I want to go up to all of those, you know, stat databases and be like, "Hey babe, that's me." You become 18 years old? Yep, that checks out. Anyway, thanks for watching and tuning in, everybody. Hopefully we'll get into this game in just a moment. I'm sure they'll get into this at any moment. They have 3 whole maps to plan for. With 4 civs to do it. I mean, one of those civs isn't getting picked if it goes all 3 games. There is also, guys, in an hour, TTL Bronze, if we want to switch over to that. I imagine T90 will be casting it, which is why I'm a little... yeah. Getting poorly replaced by ChatGPT? Yeah, seriously. You'll be lurking starting in 5 minutes? Well, everyone set your watches, because Panda will be lurking in 5 minutes. You know about the naval update? I have a video on it. Probably should have a command. Boats and hulks. What's a hulk? Did Celts receive anything? Nothing specific. Oh, 17,000 views on the video. Dang. Jeez. That's a lot for me. There we go. Been seeing? I'm seeing her this weekend. That's why I'm going to Kentucky. We haven't met in person yet. Because she's been in Kentucky like the last month or so. Just become a YouTuber? I literally, that is my job. I've been doing it for a long time now. I have like 1,200 videos or something. No, literally through Hinge. It's that simple. Watch my vids? Well, thank you. No, thankfully, because something I actually did smartly was just to keep doing YouTube and Twitch at the same time, because if one of those platforms isn't doing too well, at least I'll have the other one to hopefully be doing a bit better on, so I can at least maintain my, basic monthly income. And so, like, Twitch is not doing well right now, but YouTube, with Chronicles coming out, is doing quite well, so, like, I'm still able to pay all the bills on time. Alright, they're in the lobby, guys. In Nojo. Campaign only player? Yep, it sure does. Nobody else does. At least nobody else who's like a larger content creator than I am already does campaign content. Is that its finite? Exactly. A best of 5. Oh. I mean, that would be more interesting, honestly, than... Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Update everything. All right. Oh, geez. Let's get rid of these. I'm sorry if you really wanted to see Villasa versus an 1800. We're back? I think we are back. I think we're back on YouTube too. I think. Anyone left? Want to see? Yeah. Oh no. Sorry about that, guys. Comcast decided to do the Comcast thing. It's really good at doing the Comcast thing, actually. Sorry, everybody. Stream is still down. Panic. All right. It's alive. we're not. I don't have a girlfriend yet. Maybe after this weekend, it'll be official. Age of Empires have in common? Build orders. High ups. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. All right, looks like they have started their practice game, guys. Again, this is a practice series. Well, thank you, the Compiador. Welcome, welcome. Oops, TaToH's not from Norway. All right. Did we literally lose almost all of my viewers with that? Oh no, tragedy. T-Ragic. All right, guys, here we are. Game number 1 in this. I'm sure it's a play all 5. So we'll have TaToH in the blue as the Vikings to the west, and to the east in the yellow as the Berbros. It will be Viper. Always interesting to see Berbers actually played as a naval civ more. Berbers have everything except the last fire ship upgrade, which makes me sad because Berbers, for one shining moment, had a full naval tech tree, and were the only civ to have a 100% complete naval tech tree. Vikings, meanwhile, though, that's the interesting one, right? Because you have the warship discount nerfed a little bit, but you have hulks and you have fire ships. It is so huge. Yes, your fire ships really fall off in the late game. But gonna be good early on where they needed it. Malians? Oh, do they not have a full Castle Age tech tree anymore? I mean, you don't have Gambesons, but you have a better version of it for free. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't count. They literally have a better version of it for free. With purpose Spanish? Kinda. Oh, do they not have the fire ship upgrade anymore? Oh, no! Hold on, I need to check this. I didn't really think about it like that before. No, they don't have siphons! Oh, Malians, you used to have a complete Castle Age tech tree. No! true. I mean, at least with Gambeson's, like, you literally have a better version of it for free. But no, you don't have anything to compensate for missing siphons. Tragic. Tragic. To the Shu agenda? I mean, it's wild to me, guys. Like, people are like, Shu are the most OP Civ in AoE 2 right now, and I just don't get it. Like, when Ketons were, like, the most broken Civ in forever, like, that made sense. It's timing? I guess. It just works. I mean, I guess it's just their timings are busted, but I guess that just kind of makes them like old Vikings. Back when they had thumb ring. Well, like, that still made more sense to me, because it was Viking Eco, you had insane farm rate. It got you to Imperial Age faster, and you could use your cheap units. Like, I don't know, that still made more sense to me. Anyway, both players here are going to click up at a similar time, but with more fishing ships out here for TaToH. Tutorial pop-up? I mean, you could literally just turn those off. Literally. A stable tech to Dravidians? Yeah, that was insulting. Insulting. Anyway, 3 lumber camps, 2 lumber camps right now for Viper. Did you guys always feel like the Middle Eastern lumber camps and the Central European lumber camps look too similar? Wait a minute, are they exactly the same now? They used to be slightly different. What the heck? Why are they exactly the same? No, that's wrong. They shouldn't be exactly the same. Everyone should have a different architecture set. Okay, tell me how these are in any way different. The ladder thingy? I mean, the colors, the player colors are obviously different, but they look exactly the same, guys. Come on, man. All right, guys, Viper going to be opening up with a Hulk and some galleys behind it. Meanwhile, TaToH is going for the Viking fire ships. The wood pile is arranged differently? Is it? No way. You got like the 4 planks on top with a shovel or something. Oh my goodness, yes, it has. This one has the wood slightly pointed towards Mecca, exactly. Oh my goodness. These are the sorts of hard-hitting analyses that you can only get at Ornlu AoE. Alright, guys, there's the one Hulk out here to deal with some early fire ships. I think it's an interesting idea from Viper. And then just use the galleys behind it to dish out some damage. And of course, Berbers, remember, have that faster movement speed. That said, those fire galleys will take down the Hulk relatively fast. But yeah, Berbers, the movement speed, man. Always love seeing Berbers getting played. I still stand by the fact that Berbers are like the most agreeable civ in AoE 2, especially for post-AOC civs. For that new ship? I haven't seen it yet, but we'll have to see. Doomy ship sailing around. And remember, guys, the faster movement speed is huge for Berbers because it means they outspeed the fire ships. But TaToH here with his own fire galley. Bill is there to repair. Galley just gonna sail away that way. We'll have to be careful, though. Of course, it is all going to come down to micro. We have Bodkin coming in, medium warship on the way as well. And with TaToH and Castle Age, is he going to... Yeah, he's going medium warships for the fire ships. But he's also getting fletching and bowsaw, so he clearly does want to make a switch over into longboats, which, remember, have also been tweaked slightly. Because they now fire... all of their arrows deal damage. Like, the same damage. There are the longboats coming in. Garrison, he probably did. It's why they're doing practice. University coming in quick here for TaToH. He does have a transport ship, as does Viper. Villager over here on the land. Here for Viper, also doing the same exact thing. But now we are sailing right down Warg Alley. But here we are, guys. 1.55 speed now on the fire ship. They are a much better counter to the Warg Alley line.
Best streamer less than 3.
Oh, thanks, Weef Main. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 13 months. Yeah, so, here, I'll explain that in a second. But first, again, if you were any civ other than Berbers, the fire ships would be able to chase down the war galleys and force an engagement. Now, you're not able to do that quite. It's a 0.0... Oh, but now with Clinkers! It's the Clankers, guys! The Clankers are in! Getting the even faster movement speed. Viper's trying to get that upgrade right now, but there is this timing where the Clankers are constructing. And you're getting that 10% faster movement speed in Castle Age. Longboats are here to help easily deal with a few hulks on the field, and TaToH going at it. Viper trying to fall back as best he can. On the other side, looks like there are, I don't know, some random ships sailing around. Is these big slurs, exactly. Isn't that literally from Star Wars? All right, Korean coming in here as well. Yeah, so the way that longboats work, guys, is they used to basically just have one arrow that dealt almost all the damage, and then the other arrows were just dealing 1 damage. It was mostly visual. Kind of like how mangonels have 1 rock that deals all the damage, and then just a few other rocks that deal 1 damage. Now they fire their 3 arrows, and they all deal 5 damage. I don't really know how that changes any of the interactions. That's something that we're just going to have to see over time. In theory, though, that would make getting something like careening more important, though, right? Because it's getting that extra Pierce armor applied 3 times. So it's all very interesting to me. Like, again, I don't know if I like these new changes or not. I'm still going to be withholding judgment for now. But I am interested by them. Anyway, villagers are landing right back over here. TaToH did have some villagers over here before, but I don't really see anything too wild happening with them. Equals bad. That's true. Anyway, villager does go down right there. Look at this, guys. TaToH 2k resources ahead. Viking Eco, man. Actually, Viking Eco has almost nothing to do with it because there isn't any farming.
Best Midwest
Oh, thanks, Giuseppe. Lots of resubs today. Thank you, everybody.
Less than 3.
Appreciate it. All right, careening now coming in here for TaToH as well. Yeah, there's more testing I want to do, but I just haven't been able to spend time doing it because I'm a busy frickin' bumblebee, man. Oh, but what is it? Siphons is in to get the blast damage for the fire ships. Longboat damage? I just did. Longboat arrows used to deal almost all of their damage with 1 arrow, then the other 2 just dealt 1 damage. Now all 3 arrows that the longboat fires deal the full damage. All right, guys, here we are. Fire ship coming in. Getting its blast attack off. And right now, just having that little bit of a meat shield is huge for TaToH as he continues to take a very good fight here. And the fishing ships, the Fisky Mothers, man. Oh, get into the dock, the Viper. Give you a little bit of a coastal defense here, and Viper just immediately taps out to TaToH's longboat plus fire ship navy. And TaToH, I mean, honestly, it was the eco that really allowed him to get so many more ships. Berbers, as speedy as those ships are, they still just don't really have an eco bonus to work with. And TaToH making it strong. Hulks, I mean, it's tricky, right? The fire ship longboat combo is going to be very difficult to stop. Well done there for TaToH, and he will take this first game. Yeah, you can just see that eco really kicking off with him getting those extra upgrades. But like that timing where he had clinker construction coming in and then was able to chase down a bunch of the war galleys and limit their numbers was super huge. Yeah, discount on the warships plus... Again, I don't even know how much Viking eco has to do with it, because usually the way you think about the free wheelbarrow and handcart is that it's a farming bonus. And if you make 0 farms the entire game, like, how good is it really? It's an efficiency boost, for sure, but it's not, like, percentage-wise that big of a deal, especially against Berbers, who themselves have faster villagers. All right, TaToH taking the punto. From the version I... No, the patch is exactly the same as the one I made the video on. Well, in theory, Galley plus Hulk is a counter to Galley plus Fire. Anyway, that is Vikings winning over the Berbers. But look at this, TaToH with Ketons and Magyars. He wants to try out those attack upgrades for the Hulks, man. These are two good players to watch practice for sure. More fires? Yeah, that's true. All right, looks like Nomad is going to be the next game. Their lobby title is literally Forest Nothing. Something tells me they're not doing Forest Nothing. Buff, I mean, it's literally bugged, so it doesn't even matter. It's still the same flat 10% that it was in the previous patch. All right. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. There we go. I saw you was live from the YouTube. The game's been so far? We had like one good game, and now we have Viper and TaToH duking it out, testing out new stuff, so I'm really interested in that, because all the games I've seen so far have been on the one-sided type of thing. Oh, a little bit of a love tap there from Viper. Huh? Okay. Last re. Oh, Viper using a re right there. Re! Everything cool? It's hard to say. Again, like, there are so many changes and such fundamental changes that I really don't feel comfortable, like, saying, oh, this is broken, or oh, this is terrible, without having a bit more mileage with all of these changes. I mean, at first blush, Hulks do look too good, but I don't want to just jump to conclusions. I'm not the type of guy to post a video saying in this new Civ is super OP one day after release. Oh, Kappa. Alright, guys, here we are. TC's pretty close to each other. Viper going to be in the yellow as the Portuguese, of course, one of his favorite civs to the west. And TaToH going to be in the blue as the let's see these Hulks with the free attack upgrade. Magyar is here to the east. Yes, guys, those free forging upgrades do apply to the Hulk line. And you do have a complete Hulk tech tree as the Portuguese. You do miss, not Linker Construction, the one after it, the Imperial Age one. It would be very funny. Their navy isn't bad. It's not, like, amazing. You miss Heavy Demo Ship, you miss Elite Cannon Galleon, and you miss whatever the Imperial Age movement speed boost is, but, like, it's fine. You have Shipwright. You've got Galleons. You've got fast fire ships. Oh, yeah, you also missed the fire ship upgrades, but, like, I mean, it's not that bad. It's all right. Note here, though, that Viper's TC is up half a villager faster. So let's see what these guys have in store. Yeah, I still think that Magyars aren't going to be great, but, you know, it's testing time, right? And I'm interested to see what TaToH is going to cook up with them. Keton Hulks, I mean, TaToH literally picked Ketons as well. So he clearly has that in mind. Anyway, follow the chicken. I'm going to get some more coffee. Man, I hope that you guys have enjoyed the chicken-based visuals. I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm always super cold when I get up in the morning. So like, I'll put on a sweatshirt, and then like an hour later, I'm gonna be like, I'm so hot. Probably just because I'm used to a warm bed.
Again?
I don't know, at least on this channel, it's probably about as good as you're gonna get. So, here we are. TaToH getting Loom, Viper clicking on up.
See.
It's fun. And again, one of the videos that's sort of like on the back burner that I want to make is like why we love AoE 2 so much and why it stands the test of time. It's just you can enjoy the game in so many ways. You can enjoy it at any level. You don't need to play against real people. If you want to have a more casual experience, you can just enjoy doing that. There's nothing wrong with it. Even if you only play, you know, 1v7 easiest AI forest nothing, you can still watch pro players, and, you know, if the caster is halfway decent, they'll be able to explain to you what's going on and why it's interesting or compelling. Or we could watch the skirmisher meta. One of those two things. Anyway, Doc coming up here from TaToH. Oh, Viper sees it. Oh, he sees it. Loom is in for both. Hate it, yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of campaigns. Only play Wallace on bronze. I don't even think... there aren't difficulties rolling a Wallace, right? With 256, there you go. Alright, Viper's hulks are going to come out faster. And remember, he does have the extra HP. Let's see, guys. Got 3 hulks on the way. 2 are going to pop out right there, and... the interesting thing with hooks, and also that's a very greedy fishing lines upgrade. Holy cow. Alright. But yeah, remember, the Hulk attacks twice. So the, you want to see the difference? Oh, I'm so ready. Give it to me, Tatty.
Yes.
It applies twice. Oh my goodness, guys. That is insane. What the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah, because again, it attacks twice. And I mean, again, this is a Civ with a water bonus you're going up against. This is insane! Magyar's water Civ confirmed! I mean, it's still probably balanced. You know, due to the fact that Magyars have literally no other bonuses for them on the water. Oh, I can't wait to see Ketons though, with double forging. Oh, this is why I enjoy casting these sorts of things where these guys are really trying out to see what works and what doesn't. Obviously, TaToH's crushing this. It's literally 1 dock to 2. Wild stuff. I mean, it's not like Viper can't get his own forging upgrade, though. And, I mean, the overall KD is still similar. TaToH also with the market coming in. Viper, same deal. Once that's in, he'll be able to click up. TaToH not going to be too far behind, most likely. Longboat look? Longboats look exactly the same. What are you talking about? All right, Castle Edge on the way here for both players. Just a hair faster for Viper. And we'll have to see what the next step in the master plan is. And Viper already tipping his hat here. And it will be for a castle drop and the organ guns. Without their building bonus? What are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, again, Viper can literally get his own forging upgrade, and he'll be able to match what TaToH does. It's not like it's a permanent boost for the Magyars. I'm sorry, one sparse. The Magyar... Oh, you mean the Magyar Hussar? Yeah, I was actually thinking that Magyar Hussars would be a really good choice. Like... low-key... Magyar Hussars are insane right now. They trade super well against Tiger Cavalry, man. I literally won a game. I went Tiger Cavalry all in on Arena, and I just went defensive castle Magyar Hussars and crushed it. Yes, normal and fire ships are still a thing. We've seen them all being used. Right now, this particular game is all about the Hulk. Bonus damage against buildings anymore. Oh! Huh. Yeah, I would have to test that. There's so much to test, and I have no time to test it, man! Tiger Cav, especially because you can train them very fast now. Like, they have a very quick train speed. Anyway, like I say, keep on wanting to say War Galley coming in. Medium warships coming in. Viper about ready to drop a castle, but TaToH gonna go for some fast training Magyar Cav archers. If you feel... Hey, man, it's about what Yatar can do, not what Yatar can't do. Always remember that. All right, Bodkin now coming in here for the CA, but there really shouldn't be too much of an issue here. Viper getting the castle down. Yeah, but Tiger Cav are still very expensive and have a lot of stats, generally speaking. Gill Nuts also coming in here for TaToH. Remember, he got a really early fishing lines upgrade, the precursor to Gill Nuts. So that's helping out with his eco, and certainly, I'm sure, no small part as to why he is ahead right now in resources. Viper in a bit of a pickle, as, I mean, well, one, he's making caravels, because why the heck not? 4 damage! Wait, 4 damage? What? I mean... Well, I guess you don't even have fletching in. Sure. Viper is a little bit ahead. Okay, now TaToH gets ahead, but it's hard to say. It's not like the fishing ship difference is paying off, because it means that TaToH is able to send more villagers over to wood to gather that resource. So it's not necessarily a one-to-one comparison. Anyway, organ guns coming on out with the little pushy carts. But yeah, they're legit dealing 1 damage a hit still to these fire ships. No, I thought the demo nerfs were actually a long time coming. With demos not needing to be the counter to fire ships anymore, you could make them much more specialized. And demolition ships were already incredibly overpowered. There was too many situations where it was impossible to micro against the demo ships, and they would just like always give you value no matter what, especially in the later stages of the game, and especially versus land units. Like, just, I mean, what was it, Dave who really likes the demo ship hits versus land units and finds them exciting? I don't personally. I think that it's like, oh, too late, now you lost everything. I just don't really find that very exciting. Anti-low HP units? Well, I mean, it's just you're straight up nerfing their damage, so it's more... I don't necessarily know about the price increase. Like, the double nerf is like, okay, that's a lot. But they definitely needed something. And Parabel still feels so underwhelming, man. Anyway, monks are on the way here for Viper. There's the Sanctity upgrade incoming. He does have the 2 monasteries. Redemption's, of course, going to be an important one, and this is where Portuguese thrive as a civilization. And as awesome as those hulks were for the Magyars early on, the HP nerf? Well, the HP on basically every ship was nerfed. So that's, I don't think that's anything too different. Demo ship damage. Like, the thing with mangonels is that it's a hard unit to use effectively. There's a reason that casual players don't like using mangonels, because they damage your own units, and they're fragile, they're expensive, so you have to be very careful with them. Demo ships just feel like, zoom, 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 blow them up, blow them up. They're like Banelings. And let me tell you, as a Zerg player, I didn't even like Banelings. But yes, I still think demos should exist and have a role, right? Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to ever come back on water because you have very few ways of necessarily avoiding naval engagements. Oh, wait, that's right. Viper did just research circumnavigation. Yeah, that is going to give you a lot of score. That's funny. But remember, the ship production speed is also a very real bonus with it. Oh, Viper gets the kill there. There is a Mangonel here chilling in the Siege Workshop. But TaToH is going to be running out of units. Remember, he added in 2 extra TCs. Monastery coming in, but this is obviously a very powerful position here for Viper, and he can even start to convert the Siege Workshop to force a play there. Look at Viper spreading out all these units. He did lose 2 of his monks, though. Devotion coming in as well. Unfortunately for TaToH, he has no longer any stone income, as this was the stone income right there. That was getting denied. Yeah, he got the monastery for devotion. All right, Viper getting a few of his organ guns splatted. Maybe get one more before the deletion. Okay, that hit whips, but at least he doesn't get the Mangonel converted. That one also going to go down. Excellent control here from TaToH, all things considered. But Viper just might have too good of an army for however good you micro. Oh boy. TaToH going to try and add in some more farms over there to the east, but without getting a castle down, it's going to be very difficult to defend. That Mangonel's just going to need to get straight up deleted unless you're super greedy. Yeah. Okay, well, Devotion, I guess, made that a worthwhile risk. Still 2k more resources collected here for TaToH, but, I mean, Portuguese are just such a scary civilization, especially in these close rush distance situations. Alright, got 13 organ guns. No more Mangonels out for Viper, though. And the Mangonels still represent your big anti-building damage, right? So they're still very necessary for you to push. Otherwise, you know, your opponent just sits behind their town centers and doesn't do anything. Yes, the Mangonel. I'm pretty sure I've made that joke before. Added archer armor coming in as TaToH is trying to increase his CA numbers and upgrades. That's gonna be a conversion, I think. No! Devotion OP, man. And 3 monks going after that. Should have been a conversion. Anyway, the Warhulks are Warhulking it up. Gonna be taking down that dock as Viper is out of fishing ships, except for, you know, the one chilling at the dock right there. TaToH, meanwhile, with his own Gillnet-based fishing fleet, so he's got good upgrades for his fishing eco. And again, it is no small reason as to why he is in a good spot economically relative to his opponent. Other than the tech changes? No. Fishing ships have had their stats altered a little bit. They have less pierce armor now, but also 1 melee armor. They have 10 less HP, but their movement speed and gather rate is exactly the same. And basically, the 2 dock techs together create old Gillnets. Oh, except they increase carry capacity, too. Which actually nerfs the fish booming, which I think is interesting. It's like a big help for fishing further away from your dock, but nerfs the fish traps huddled around the docks. Anyway, here comes the castle number 2 here for Viper. Is TaToH in a position to do anything about it? I'm going to go with no, as that's 1 TC down already. TaToH could easily lose another one. The CA upgrades are like, okay, but still not too sold. Guard tower! Oh, guys, are we going to party like it's Dracula 2? With Magyar guard towers? I think we are. Oh! Gets an okay hit there. Actually, only 1 organ gun died. Some more damage, but those can be repaired, of course. TaToH going to be continuing to expand here. Needs that stone income. A defensive castle, some Magyar Hussars would be huge, huge, huge here for TaToH. Remember, Magyar Hussars do not have conversion resistance like the regular Hussars do, so Hussars still absolutely have a place in the Magyar army. But they're still fast, right? They're fast, they're cheap, they have the siege bonus damage, so they're still pretty good against monks. This is actually called Dracula? Yes. Well, Vlad Dracula. Vlad Dracula is a very real person. And a very important historical figure, especially in Balkan history. Yeah, I think his actual name was Vlad TaToH, and when Dracula was his title or something. I don't know the specifics. Yeah, the Vlad 2 is the risk-like scenario where you had like 10 billion stone, but you couldn't build castles, so you just spammed Magyar guard towers all over the place. They're still alive? I mean, aren't vampires immortal, Spiral Energy? Come on, man. Anyway, still far away from a castle. What have you missed? Some interesting stuff here with the new water balance. Alright, TC over there to the north as well. But, +2 defenses in, that's really big because the organ guns have low base attack, but spread out across, you know, a bunch of different, projectiles. It's going to be kind of similar with hulks and longboats now because, again, multiple attacks. It's not something that AOC really did, but the Forgotten devs really, or Forgotten Empires devs, really seem to be wanting to use a lot more. And look at this, guys. Thumb Ring is in. All upgrades, except Husbandry, and on these Cav Archers with the high ground, able to pick those fights with the faster movement speed. Is it enough? It is not quite enough. Is that okay, though? Yes, Effie likes charge attacks and multiple projectile attacks. No, but I mean, so have longboats. But the thing is, mangonels dealt almost all of their damage with 1 rock, and the other rocks were for show. Basically, they dealt 1 damage. Same with longboats. But those have been, well, mangonels aren't changed. Mangonels still, again, it's the 1 rock that deals almost all the damage. Anyway, guys, and this is what I'm talking about, where you sort of lost the battle, but because the Cav Archers, especially as Magyars, train so much faster and are so much more mobile, you can go ahead and take those better fights and then clean everything up. Viper, meanwhile, is on his way up to the Imperial Age. TaToH still no castle of his own. Viper also going after that monastery. Shotgun beats recurve bow? Only today. Meanwhile, Viper himself is on the 2 TCs. It's not like his eco is great, but you can add in those Faderias as Portuguese. Yeah, I mean, this is just like a good game of AoE too, guys. It's kind of fun seeing, you know, Magyars here on Nomad where you don't see them very often. But also, Magyars are like one of those civs that are like actually not annoying. So, you know, there's always that. Elo's now TaToH's 1 elo higher. He's kind of a shoo-in, to be honest. Anyway, Viper actually was able to snipe some fishing ships somewhere around the way, because TaToH was on 10. Now he's going to be back up on 8. But here's the defensive castle coming in for TaToH, and that is obviously going to be huge. Get those trebs out. Of course, bracer chemistry. On the organ guns have a base range of 7. Which is the same as a fully upgraded crossbowman. Or skirmisher. Parthian plus armor. I still think that getting bracer is the most important because it means you can match range with the organ gun. And that feels very important. You can tell it's a good game. I know I do my best to make you guys focus on the game and not completely ignore it. Anyway, Parthian is coming in as well, though. Again, TaToH recognizing that getting all the pierce armor you can is so huge versus the organ guns. You love to see it. Card tower, baby! The angry pipes. Yes, the angry pipes. I thought those were the bagpipes. Those are definitely some angry pipes, man. Alright. Parthian is in. Chemistry is on the way. Of course, the Trebs are coming out. Viper has more castles, though, to produce trebuchets, and the Ram is even here. I don't think the Ram will get the kill, though. It will not. That was a close call, though. An actual CA civ? Yeah, like, it's one thing, it's like, to see, oh god, CA from, like, Georgians or Khmer, it's like, ugh. But seeing Cav Archers from Magyar is totally fine. Well, the Relic was in a monastery, which is why it's just sitting there right now. Oh, a little bit derpy with the Treb pathfinding. Viper still going to be focusing on winning the Treb war, and this is interesting, guys. Viper actively choosing to go after the trebuchets as opposed to the castle. Now, this is always an interesting choice. Generally speaking, guys, I would say go for the castle, because the trebuchets are guaranteed to hit the castle, whereas they are far from guaranteed to hit the enemy trebuchets. But this is like a situation where if you think you can keep your castle alive and just snipe the enemy trebuchets with better production, which is kind of Viper's plan here, I get it, but one, he's having some terrible luck with his trebuchet shots. And two, I'm not even convinced that's ever going to work out, especially because, again, all of these other things in the way are going to absorb a lot of the trebuchet projectiles. I mean, yeah, as it happens, TaToH has no stone, but I mean, you sort of get the logic behind what Viper's doing, even if I don't necessarily agree with it. Meanwhile, though, TaToH, 30-ish population ahead. Also, this market has absorbed so much damage, and now that castle is going to be out of stone to repair it as 17,000 damage taken. TaToH has not shirked this Treb war at all, and guys, I mean, he's going to be ahead in the Treb numbers on one castle. Does he have conscription? No, he's just been keeping that Treb production constant, and Viper taps out. TaToH getting the Magyars versus Portuguese win here on Nomad. The good but balanced civilization that feels like an AoE 2 civ versus the Portuguese. Yep. Honestly, really good game, though. Both players really trying out the new things. But TaToH able to really get that eco going. Oh, that's funny. This is funny. Swoop! OP! Nah, I mean, TaToH didn't win it because Magyars are OP on the water, although the free attack upgrades did help. Viper didn't really have the time or resources to get into bombard cannons, unfortunately, for him. Alright, TaToH winning Nomad right there. Again, I don't know for sure if this is a play L5, but I imagine it is. It's not like they're just testing stuff, right? So, let's see. Yeah, Treb wars are really weird these days, especially with the whole build stone walls in front of the trebuchets thing. On anything? Can you top me off one sparse? I'd appreciate it. All right, guys, let's see what's been in store, what's going to be in store for us for game number 3. Yeah, TaToH's looking great. I mean, TaToH and Viper are so evenly skilled that they almost always have great matches against each other. Alright, they're still on Nomad. See what they're gonna pick next. Obviously, again, I assume it's a play all 5, so it doesn't really matter the ordering. It's just, you know, what civs they feel like picking where. Still on Nomad. SMH. Hello, folks. He has to keep updating a civ every. What are you talking about? It's more content for him to make. It's good that he's able to do that. What if he wasn't able to update it and he just, you know, he gets to make keeps to make updating stuff. Like, imagine if there weren't any more campaigns or balance updates for me to make videos on. Anyway, Pointy Boy KGS with the 50 months. Thank you so much. All right, Water Nomad is next. Let's go. Oh, yeah. It would make the best potato salad. Oh my god. Alrighty. Let's do it, guys. Here we are. Game number 3. It is going to be here on Water Nomad, which is a super fun map for free-for-alls and 4v4s. But is like genuinely an awful map for 1v1s. So let's see. Maybe it'll be different now. Like, literally doing anything other than galley all-ins and maybe a few demos to try and blow up wood lines, like, is, like, legit awful. Because this map is genuinely awful for 1v1s, man. Anyway, TaToH gonna be here in the red as the Malay to the southwest of the map and to the northeast. TC a little bit later, like, again, half a bill later on the TC. It is going to be Viper as the Italians. Alright, so remember, Malay have everything except the heavy demo ships and the final fire ship upgrade, incendiaries. Yeah, no incendiaries. Italians have everything except heavy demo ships, so they did get all of the new dock upgrades. Makes sense, you have the university discount, so just give Italians deserve to have as full of a university as possible, except for siege engineers, because only Koreans are allowed to have the complete university tech tree. But yeah, I hope this game gets to harbors, man. If you missed my video on testing out the new water changes, let me tell you guys, harbors are awesome now. You might be thinking, Ornlu, what on earth is different about them? Nothing, except for the fact that you can garrison fishing ships inside them now. which add arrows. So you could have harbors that fire 10 arrows. But yeah, you have full upgrades on the new water triangle, just missing the last demo upgrades. But I don't think so. Harbors were really bad before. Honestly, it's pretty fun. You have to use pop space, though, to garrison inside the harbors to get those extra arrows, so I actually don't think it's a big deal at all. Anyway, Viper is like half a villa ahead, despite being a little bit later with the TC, so just good at getting the extra fishing ships out. No, nothing else can be go back into docks once they have left the docks, although you can still put the gather point on the dock, and all newly created ships will be in the dock, like they have always done since AOC. Fortified church rush, but fun? Something like that. Alright. Doc coming in here from Viper, that is number 2. He will be slower up to Feudal Age, though. And that's like the thing with this map, guys, is that usually it's just galley rush and you immediately kill your opponent. Or lose. One of the two things. Yep, Koreans are still the only civ to have a complete university tech tree. Been the case since Age of Conquerors. No civ had a full university in Age of Kings, and then Koreans were the only civ to have it in Age of Conquerors. Watchtowers, yes, they do. Lame. They also benefit from heated shot, although they only get 4 extra attack. They don't get the 125% attack. Anyway, galley production coming in. Now, here's the thing, guys. 2 docks. Not even able to afford double dock production because you rushed up to Feudal Age so fast. Like, look at Viper's eco advantage. However, as we often see on this map, does it even matter? You can see those fishing ships are now either going to be exposed or idle, but now you can garrison the fishing ship, so maybe that's going to be a big deal. The issue is that you never want to play this map defensively. If you play the map defensively, it usually results in demolition ships blowing up your entire wood line, and galleys shooting you everywhere, because it's almost impossible to defend properly. Maybe you can try full walling yourself in, but it's going to be tough. And Viper's going to be opting to go for the Hulks. Now, unfortunately, the Hulk's, of course, not really what you want against the galleys, but Viper not canceling the ship. Still going to have him come out, not switching over into fire ships at all. And in fact, he's continuing to make more Hulks from his 3... wait, is he on 4 docks? Oh, okay. So later uptime, far better eco. He does have the double bid-axe upgrade. TaToH does not have that. But is it going to be enough to deal with these galleys if he's only making Hulks? But now TaToH's switching into his own Hulks. I mean, galley plus Hulk does seem pretty darn good. It gets all of your ships attacking, but good micro there from Viper. And yes, the Hulks are faster than the galleys. Get that guy repaired, and you get the last kill there. Very great micro from Viper. Gets those 2 early kills and basically nullifies the entire uptime advantage that TaToH had previously. Still no double bid-axe for him, as Viper is just going to be in a better and better spot going forward. And even a fishing ship going down right there from TaToH with his own Hulk. Oh, Viper still has to be careful. Is going to need to garrison those fishing ships to shoo away the enemy warships. And there's the forging upgrade coming in for Viper. So he saw in the last game how good forging is for your Hulks. So, yeah, that is not something I'd blame him for in the slightest. Viper being a little bit sloppy, though. To end up losing another fishing ship. 4 Hulks are on the way. Forging almost in, but there's the fletching upgrade coming in here for TaToH. A little bit what? A little bit of the S word. I'm not going to repeat the S word. Plus 2 attack, they sure do. I did say the S word, I know. All right, guys, but with fletching in, those Hulks are going to start dropping fast. Remember, they only have 90 HP. They have 20 less than galleys and fire ships right now. Anyways, TaToH still has an overall villager advantage. The resources are now more even. But TaToH's really going to want to get that double bit axe upgrade. It's just so important. And now Viper adding in a fire galley as well. There are a couple Hulks there, but they obviously don't do anything useful in this situation. And Viper's going to need to be careful with his lumberjacks. On the other side, he is sailing in with his Hulks. I mean, Hulks can kill villagers, but they're not going to be as good as galleys due to the shorter range. But you can see right here, this is where a lot of people are concerned about Hulks. It's just that it's kind of like infantry versus archers in that, you know, if the infantry close the distance, they obliterate archers. But Hulks have one range, so it's still way easier to actually get an engagement. So in that way, they're more like step lancers, right, than actual infantry. From any blacksmith upgrades, they do not. Yeah. Can't be too greedy right there. Viper going to end up losing more of his ships, actually. And he's trying to get whatever extra damage he can, but obviously TaToH's paying attention here. There's nowhere else for him to look on the map right now. And so all of those ships are going to go down. Does get the villager for the road, though, so I guess he'll take that. Yeah. Step lancers have literally never been a problem in AoE 2. More galleys, more Hulks on the way. And yet the game isn't over already, which is already a huge win in terms of the entertainment value of this Water Nomad game. Because usually the games are over by this time. Alright, we got some Hulks here. I mean, that dock's going down. There is a demo on the way for Viper. And again, demos are still good against both Hulks and fire ships. So they're just more expensive and not quite as good as they used to be. They can't one-shot the Hulks. I mean, you can see right there, like, that did quite a bit of damage. It's just, you know, not killing anything all at once. Anyway, guys, TaToH is still getting closer to Castle Age resources. Yeah, the chances of, like, a single demolition ship being, you know, a huge tide turner are fairly low now. Viper's still sailing around with this navy, but again, TaToH with Malay, he is going to be up to Castle Age pretty darn soon. If you look at the resources collected, TaToH is way ahead in food income specifically, as his fishing ships have been working basically the entire time, whereas Vipers have had to spend quite a lot of time garrisoned inside the dock. Paracline? Yeah, I think that they probably over-nerfed demos, but I think that the price increase is probably unnecessary. I'd rather them have the damage decrease than the price increase, if that makes sense. I'd rather make demos less swingy, but more affordable. It's inherently a swingy unit. It is always going to be a swingy unit. You don't need to make it even more so, right? Right, Castle Age is on the way, and TaToH taking those good fights, and honestly, TaToH is looking like he's going to easy breezy his way to a 3-0. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they're still playing the entire 5-game set. Got fishing lines coming in. Oh, no. It's going to get a couple of fishing ships there, which is nice for Viper. He is on his way up to Castle Age, but still 2 minutes slower, and he has a worse navy right now. Got another demo there. Again, 65 damage on the demo. It used to be 90. Huge damage decrease. Blast radius is the same. Heavy demos have a slightly smaller blast radius now, but the regular, like the demo raft and demo ships have a smaller one. Anyway, war galley upgrades incoming. Bodkin. Power up there for Viper, but this is pretty painful, honestly. Trying to get some counterattack damage here. I mean, he does okay. Forces the units to flee right there, but now that the Castle Age warships are going to be in, it's probably going to be enough, he said, without that much confidence. Reinforcing Warhulk is coming in, it's probably fine. Anyway, Viper getting more of his infrastructure demolished here. Remember, heavy demos also require their own upgrade line, so I have to spend extra resources to get the demo ship upgrades. Market gonna go down, that's always a big blow. Medium warships is on the way. Iron casting as well. I'll have to see if that's going to be enough. TaToH is actually behind in villagers, but just with that naval numbers advantage, it does feel so powerful. That said, Viper did manage to snipe quite a few, actually, of TaToH's fishing ships. So it's 3-7 in favor of Viper, although Viper does not have the fishing lines upgrade. I mean, it's... If you have every single warship, it's just about trying to load up on the counter units so that you can catch your opponent off balance, right? Also, you're not likely going to get all upgrades for all ships. Anyway, the demo raft is here. Still the Feudal Age version, remember. Decent enough hit right there. And remember, guys, iron casting is in. No careening yet, or clinker construction. But Viper trying to take a better fight here, and I mean, this is the thing, right? It's like infantry versus archers. If you can find a way to take a good engagement and close the gap, I mean, they will shred through the galleys line. If demos damage your own units, that would make them impossible to use together, because one demo would blow up all of your other demos. And there we go. Here's the clanker construction, guys. We try to use as many obscenities in this stream as possible. Anyway, iron casting coming in here for TaToH as well. He's going for his own hulks, and there is his own clinker construction, as they both have the universities. Remember, though, Italians do get that discount on all these upgrades, which is very helpful, and Viper's ahead in eco anyway, so despite being way slower up to Castle Age, Viper, with those fishing ship snipes and his own defense here at home, has been huge. Also, TaToH just now getting the double bid axe. He honestly could have gotten that a long time ago, but, I mean, people like to... you know, clown on Nico for missing eco upgrades. Honestly, TaToH does it a lot, too. I've noticed over the years. Anyway, guys, here we go. Viper gonna try and get some points on the board in this, not necessarily show match, but practice match set. Oh, boy, here we are. Peak AoE gameplay. The clinker construction is 10% movement speed. There's careening coming in. It only gives you pierce armor, not melee armor. Oh boy. Viper, though, with such a big numbers advantage. 52 kills to 38. I mean, he's just starting to snowball things, guys. On eco ships? No. Yes. Yes, they do. I mean, they should. They used to affect all ships. But yes, there you go. 1.39 movement speed there on the fishing ships. But TaToH gonna have to tap out. Viper, able to get the win there. More hulks made. Still, it's still interesting, right? I mean, there's just so much to learn with the new naval balance, and like as a caster, of course, it excites me, and you know, I'm trying to get as good a grip on this as possible so I can explain it to you guys. You also need to get a grip on it, as this is just so new to all of us. All right, that is the Malay losing to the Italians. Herox are Hulks. That's just the Imperial Age version. Is that exclamation mark new navy if you want my full overview? Yeah, again, the balance does seem a little bit off. All right, they're not in the lobby yet. And I'll probably head off after this, water test session. Because I still do need to finish up. Geez, I need to get through tomorrow's, finish tomorrow, my... Yeah, I'm leaving on Friday. I still need to replay the last 4 scenarios, do all of my overall analysis, record everything, and then clip it all together. But then I can say I'm done with Chronicles, which is going to make me happy because I don't want to do it anymore, man. Hello, Marmalade. Hear from the players? Yeah, I mean, that's usually what podcasts are for. Replay value of Chronicles? I mean, you can go back to it later and probably have a slightly different experience. But there's so much of Chronicles that... So you have all these choices, right, in Chronicles, but the way that you play the scenarios is pretty streamlined. It's more scripted, I guess, in that sense, right? Where you're supposed to do this thing, and then this thing, and then this thing, and it all plays out. And that's reminiscent of the AoE 4 campaigns. My favorite Pokemon, Bulbasaur? No, my favorite Pokemon's Alakazam, man. My first level 100. Alright. Time to get out of me swamp. See, balancing? Yeah, in general... Do I love Chronicles? No. Are they, like, good campaigns? Yes. But would I rather have Chronicles campaigns or regular AoE 2 campaigns? I'd rather have regular AoE 2 campaigns. And it's not even close. Fish, it's relatively normal for this map. Anyway, guys, game number 4 here. TaToH going to be in the blue as the Ketons to the south. And yes, double forging does affect the Hulks. No, I was just shift-clicking them, so it just adds up all their food. See? 3,000 food total. For a free 1,300. I try not to cheese it. That's not the idea. Although, I have to replay the Battle of the Hydaspes as well because I didn't get the achievement, but I can do that later. I got the achievement in terms of, like, I fulfilled all of the necessary requirements to hold all 6 landing zones simultaneously, but the achievement didn't trigger, which is really annoying because it's not a short scenario.
Wait.
I don't know. They're not doing any up... Kemoshako? If they're not going to fix the literally game-breaking bugs for the Armenians and Georgians so that they have to ban their own civs in their own tournament, do you think they're really going to make any balance adjustments to the Hulks in the near future? I mean, again, I don't know if Hulks need a nerf. We just don't have enough data.
什么？
And I try not to have knee-jerk reactions if ever I can.
何种命令？喂？
Going there, there.
准备就绪。
I missed it. So apparently, Armenians and Georgians had a bug where mule cart upgrades researched instantly instead of, actually having a research time. That is not intended and definitely makes the Civ stronger than they should be, but not to the point where you're actually banning the Civ for tournaments. So they said, okay, these are bugs, but we're not going to ban the Civs. Then there was apparently another bug that was discovered that was game-breaking. I don't know what it was, but they said, whoopsies, Georgians and Armenians are now banned. Oops. And they had to, make an entire another draft setup, minus Armenians and Georgians.
准备就绪。
Which, again, for Microsoft's World's Edge's showcase of their new Navy in this tournament, the fact that they're literally not even bothering to fix, ostensibly game-breaking bugs is just wild to me. There are also other issues, like the Portuguese HP bonus doesn't increase through the ages like it should, but Portuguese are already a very good water civ anyway, so that one doesn't matter as much. But yeah, that's just mind-boggling to me. They're banned from the entire tournament. Beta, but that should make it easier to update, right? It's not like you're having to push through an update to the actual game. You just need to update the one beta branch. Very few people have access to this. At most there's like a couple hundred people. And probably not even that. 34? Yeah. The overlapping teams for the various titles in the AoE franchise is very annoying. Anyway, uptime is going to be faster here for TaToH, and he is going to be going with a Men-at-Arm Rush. Viper with his own Men-at-Arm Rush incoming, though, so hey! Released yesterday? I just don't care at all. Do not care at all about AoE 4. Who's got the better men? Well, here's the thing, guys. The Ketons have the better men, but the Wu have the better arms. And the ats between the two civs are pretty even. So, Alright, there is the villager here to help out as well. You have 2 militia to 3 militia. Of course, Wu are going to have the significantly better men-at-arms with the HP regeneration. Up until, the forging upgrade comes in, but chances are this fight's going to be over by the time forging comes in. Either that or their archer's going to be out. The witty banter? I do what I can. Alright, Bidax and Men-at-Arms upgrade coming in. No Bidax here for our Ketons player. He is just trying to rush up that blacksmith for forging, but forging's expensive, man. 150 food. He cancels up his villagers in the queue, so he's going to accept some idle time here just to get the upgrade out. You can see, there it is, forging coming in. Idle time is increasing here at the TC. He gets he essentially loses a villager to get this forging upgrade in. And I just don't know how effective this is going to be. Viper is already forward here with his archery range. Those are good quick balls, of course, for now for TaToH, though. Gotta be careful of that tree, but you can see that TaToH is specifically not chopping this tree, so he doesn't accidentally overchop. Also, you obviously need to be careful about that hole right there. Meanwhile, on the other side, TaToH's coming in. He does have his attack upgrade. You can grab Arson on top of it. Have the best men-at-arms against buildings in Feudal Age. Archery range coming in here at the back. Viper's is obviously forward, which means it's going to be a bit more difficult to defend at home. And here we are. We had Viper add in some extra men-at-arms, but this is going to be very tough. Arson is in here for TaToH. Look at these men-at-arms, guys. Do these look like messing around at arms to you? Huh? Look at this. These ain't no messing around at arms. It's a huge investment to upgrade these units, but you don't have the ability to repair that in time. Oh boy. Yeah, exactly, the menace at arms. Meanwhile, on the flippity-flip, though, archers are here. Those villagers are in jeopardy, but Viper not paying attention, running into the TC right there. See, even it happens to the best players. And look at this, quick balls there are not in place. The archer is not out yet, and Viper is going to come in here with the walls. Now, there is no +1 defense in for the men-at-arms, so the Vills still deal with their full 3 damage a hit. And TaToH is going to lose these units eventually, but only after getting a bunch of kills. But it does come at a cost. Remember, TaToH, he is accruing a ton of idle TC behind all of this. That's at he's 5 Vills ahead. That's totally fine. But yeah, that's pretty fun, guys. Yeah, 7 eco unit kills to 1 death so far. We have 3 Hulks out here on the water, and again, it's a double advantage, right? You get the attack bonus here for the men-at-arms, and you get the attack bonus for the Hulks. So you get that wombo combo. So yeah, this is one of those situations where 0 seconds idle time to 1:14 looks ugly, but it is actually worth it, all things considered. Oh, that's interesting, though. It's like,
什么？
leave it to these GL guys to, you know, figure out interesting new strategies for the new water balance. But this is a lot of idle TC time in all seriousness. Pastures? I mean, the pastures aren't even in yet, right? Remember, guys, Khitans literally have one of the worst late-game navies. Like, it is straight up terrible. So this is still a game that TaToH's going to want to end quickly because, obviously, we were going to clobber them in the late game on the water.
何种命令？
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong gigantic superhuman mutant thing. It's not clobbering time, guys. It's Hulkin time. The other one. Wait, aren't they both Marvel? Feels kind of weird. Like the same thing. All right, Pastor's coming in.
喂？
That's like the exact same superhero, but orange instead of green. Oh. Okay, those walls are good for now. You can see resources collected are actually in favor of Viper, despite everything that's happened. Animated rock. Oh boy, guys, here we are. Here we go.
什么？
Oh no, guys. Archers are here. A skirmisher does pop out at just the right time. There's a random men-at-arm here as well to help out. But that is 10 eco unit kills so far here for TaToH. He's also peppering these units from the other side as well. Keeping himself alive. 7 villager lead, which means that, yes, the eco efficiency hasn't been good for him in the short run. But once he gets the villagers sorted out, it will be better for him. Castle Age coming in from Viper, though, and TaToH isn't even close. Viper just investing, obviously, way, way less into a Feudal Age play. 4 fishing ships here for TaToH, but Viper is on his way up, and we all know that Gen Swordsmen are as fun as they are balanced.
什么？
TaToH, though, setting up that Pasture Eco, but again, no double bid axe for him. It really does hurt him over time, man. Excuse me. Do Pastures still need to take food to a mill? They have literally never needed to take food to a mill. Just use Longswordsman? Hey, man, I have won a game going Khitan Longswordsman with +4 attack. It's not that bad. You have a really strong food eco to help support the longswordsman production, and you get the extra attack upgrades. Fun to play with? I don't know. GN swordsmen don't feel fun. They don't feel fun like Huskarls do, man. Gotta earn them Huskar. Exactly, you need the castle to come in for the Huskarls. The GN swords you just spam as soon as you hit castle edge. Alright, market coming in here. Scout Cav gonna clean up the rest of those units, but now castle age is in here for Viper. Now there is a GN swordsman coming in from that forward barracks, but that market does help at least block things off in the short term. TaToH trying to add in some extra walls here as well, but he still has yet to click up to castle age. He's gonna need to buy some food at the market to do that. +2 defense also going to be huge there. Hurled himself out of the tank. Oh, is he okay? What is he doing? All right. Second stable coming in, so obviously TaToH wanting to play for those steppies, which are still going to be performing fairly well versus the GN swordsman. General, I don't like GNs at all. What on earth does the unit do that's interesting? It's just a Huskarl. It's a Huskarl that looks slightly different. Again, it has the exact same role as a Huskarl. Lady Tortoises, oh no. Anyway, archers are over here. I don't like any of the new stuff anyway. And the unit's so bad in late game. It's crazy how, like, annoyingly OP the unit is in early castle age and how terrible it is in late game. So many resources for the stats that you're getting in late game. And it's absolutely a crutch. Anyway, 5 fishing ships out here for TaToH. He's almost up. It's just buying time. The Step Lancers can now be on their way. You can maybe even pick up Iron Casting if you really wanted to. Like, oh, that's an easy one. Because guess what? I do not think it was a coincidence at all that as soon as we got unique models for all elite versions of unique units, the next DLC was limited in the amount of unique units, models that they were allowed to have. I guarantee you that they were only able to add in 1 unit model for the secondary unique units. Like, I guarantee you that's the case. Anyway, the Step Lancers are here. They don't have Iron Casting quite yet. Cool civs? I mean, classic civs. Oh, Viper asserting that he is a G. Elite unit skins. Chronicles is a completely different company, though. Anyway, TaToH is up 3-1. Again, I'm pretty sure they're still going to play this last game anyway. But yeah, TaToH with the forging plus forging plus arson combo with the men-at-arms, getting 7 villagers kills. Like, that was awesome. The first time I've seen that specifically. Like, it's something I've known about as a strategy, but I've never actually seen somebody attempt it, even in a practice game like this one. All the new civs were top tier? Yeah, they're all good. Except Jurchins. Jurchins are the fun and balanced civ. Are supposed to fall off an imp, but like that just makes them boring. And again, the thing is, GN swordsmen don't do anything that Huskarls don't do as well.
BF team games? Well, I mean, Grenadiers are still terrible against siege weapons in BF team games. Like, they get obliterated by bombard cannons and siege onagers. Pallets in this scene? Just tough, man. I miss playing with the old civs, man. Alright, so Immersion's gonna be the last game. I mean, probably Bengalis and Persians? Old man? I'm not an old man. Alright, I hear Persian sounds. The sound of, I don't know, biryani. Alright, guys, here we are. Viper in this final game of the day. Gonna be in the yellow as the Bengalis to the northwest. And to the south, in the blue, as the Parthian TikToks, it will be TaToH. So, TaToH's already won 3 games. Can Viper at least somewhat even it up? We shall have to see. Again, guys, I'm going to try and get my part 2 of my Grand Campaign review out by Friday morning because I'm going to be gone this weekend. I'm also going to be gone at the end of the month because of Thanksgiving and my cousin's getting married, so I have to go to a wedding. So, unfortunately, I'm quite busy here in November. You gamble some crypto? No gambling here for anything real. Ornlu don't like no gambling.
Hi.
And to be fair, I have made my betting stance, my stance on gambling very, very clear throughout the entirety of my time as a caster. I thought they would Chinese to Jin and give him... I think that they didn't want to fundamentally rework Chinese. I think that what you don't want to do is you don't want to take a classic civ and just like completely change it. Because he's too lazy? Exactly. Anyway, Bengalis and Persians are both great. Persians are a little bit faster, which I like, but Bengalis having good monks against a cavalry civ is certainly also very nice as well. TaToH already a little bit ahead in terms of the villager count with the power of the Persian TCs.
Hey.
Dock coming up here at the back. Players on this map generally do build their docks at the back. We saw that all the way back in, I think, Warlords was the tournament where this map was introduced. It's a perfectly fine hybrid map as far as hybrid maps go. Oh, but Viper going to be challenging that thinking with his own dock over here. Are Persians to balance civ? I think they're a little overtuned early on hybrid maps. I think that in the context of all of the other civs in the game right now with the current power creep, I think Persians are fine. But if we nerf most of the top civs, I think Persians would need a slight nerf themselves.
Hi.
I think what you can do is just make the dock HP less, like the TC and dock HP a little bit lower in early game. Like make it scale through the ages like it, the work rate bonus does. Persians are a little too difficult to get rid of on the water early on because their docks take forever to go down. But overall, Persians are fine. And they're very flavorful now, in my opinion, which is something that they weren't in the ye old days, so I like that too. Anyway, 3 fishing ships out here for TaToH. Again, Persian's just a little bit faster.
Hi.
And got Loom coming in. Viper, maybe we'll be getting Loom after this villager, maybe not getting Loom at all. Nope, he is. So just gonna be, again, a little bit faster up here for TaToH. Once upon a time? Yep, for sure. I mean, I also think Franks are very distinct. But, they're just, you know, power creep and all that. Why would you ever pick Franks these days? Unless you can't pick, you know, Khitans, or Georgians, or Lithuanians, or Khmer. Or even Magyars. Alright, another dock here on the outside. So we have 2 docks from each player. Both of TaToH's are on the outside, and Viper's are on 2 pawns sort of in the front of his base. Kind of interesting here. So, if the 5th fishing ship is coming out here, and look at that insta fishing lines. Just double the HP bonus. Yes, that does not play into power creep whatsoever. Look, it's a 3rd dock in another pond.
Hey.
Is he gonna go with a 4th dock? The madman must be stopped. Also, this is such a greedy mining camp, guys. Oh my goodness. Not building the mining camp close to the TC where your villagers can more easily retreat to. That's so greedy, man.
Hi.
I mean, it's like a super efficient mining camp, but obviously just that much more exposed. And remember when I said that TaToH skips eco upgrades way too often? No double bit axe coming in. Viper gets it immediately. Guess TaToH's ahead right now because Persians. But that won't last forever, especially as you get those extra villagers as the Bengalis. Toyar. Alright, so just some Hulks coming out, doing their Hulky thing. This is what I was saying before, that Hulks are, I think, just going to be the default unit on hybrid maps because you can't mass galleys. Either because you need to be investing onto land as well as on water, and galleys are a unit you really want to mass up, or you don't have the space to move around with galleys and micro with them, or most likely both. So it's really just going to be about Hulks, which counter, you know, fire ships for the 2 short-range ships. But I actually think it is going to be bad and not very exciting whatsoever. Because at least in the Fire Galley meta, you also had demo ships to sort of micro around with. This is literally just going to be Hulks ramming into each other. The point of fire ships? To counter the galley line, which they do very effectively. But the whole water triangle works a lot better on maps that have more water. The issue is, these sorts of maps are literally everywhere in tournaments. Like, I have no idea what the obsession is with aggressive hybrid maps like this one, but they're just all over the place in every major tournament, and this should probably just be Hulks. Because even demos are going to be tricky because they don't even 2-shot the Hulks right now. Anyway, forging is in here first for Viper, and we know how important that forging upgrade is here for the Hulk battle. Execution base, yes. Players like their clicky-click maps instead of their thinky-think maps. Oh, it's a very goofy attack animation.
Good to organizers and viewers. That is very true. Mid-hybrid. Well, I mean, that's not changing anytime soon, so long as you have, Mem, Red Bull, and T90 organizing almost all the major tournaments, and Gamer Legion, I guess.
Hey.
Anyway, TaToH getting some more kills here. Wheelbarrow coming. Wait, why is Viper getting wheelbarrow? Huh?
Hey.
Yeah, gold very, very exposed, though. Or maybe he was thinking, oh, this could be interesting. Maybe he built a mining camp here to have the dock help protect the villagers. I didn't think about that. This, maybe. But yes, I do think that the biggest issue is that early game fishing is too overpowered. Like, if one person has an uncontested fish boom versus the other, they probably have over a 90% win rate. It's just ridiculous. It's not an easy issue to fix if you're the devs. I don't know how you would do it necessarily, but at least they're trying, right? But I do think it's interesting with the fishing lines and gill nets upgrades also giving you greater carry capacity, which, as I mentioned earlier, boosts your gather rate in practice a lot if you're sailing further away from your dock, which is obviously what happens with you as you fish over time. But it does nerf how players are fish booming, right? Because it just means it takes longer to drop off your fish if you're right next to the dock. So I do think that's interesting. Anyway, Hulks are hulking around here, doing their hulky thing. You ever checking a six-figure sum? Yeah. Does Hulk plus fire? No, that's like Archer and Does Archer plus Skirmisher beat pure Skirmisher? The army composition that has more Skirmishers in it is going to win, and the army composition that has more Hulks in it is going to win. The counter to Hulks are galleys. But galleys, again, they don't work in low numbers, and they don't work if they don't have any space to maneuver around, and that's exactly how, like, every tournament map is freaking designed. We invented the Scar meta for water? Exactly. Anyway, Viper's up on his way to Castle Age. Is slightly ahead in resources. TaToH still no eco upgrades because he's making me die a little inside. 13 fishing ships to 5, though, is obviously monumental for Viper. TaToH does click up. Going to be around 40 seconds slower. You at least have the 10% faster research speed. But this is what I was talking about, though, that I do think the Persian docks are a little too good early on. A little too difficult to destroy them in time. Unsalted rice. That is very dull sounding. $12 Hulks to 9, but Viper's gonna have the Castle Age Hulks. Oh boy. Yeah, look at this. TaToH just now getting his eco upgrades. Yeah, that's all I would touch with Persians, though. I think that other than that, the Civ is totally fine. Oh, there's the demo ship upgrade coming in. And there's medium warships. And he cancels demo ship. That demo doesn't do a whole lot either. Oh. Oh, look at that. He's trying to bait out the Hulk so that the dock can finish it off. Nice. Cute. Cute, cute, cute.
Hey.
All right, iron casting coming in here as well, and that it would affect any cavalry, of course, that you choose to make. The TaToH already here with his bloodlines and forging upgrades in. He's getting his own medium warships upgrade. Villager numbers are still comparable between the two players. Eco just gonna be better for Viper though, and he's also actually about ready to drop a castle too. Benefit from blacksmith upgrades? I think that's actually kind of interesting that they benefit from the melee attack upgrades. I think it's also important because Hulks don't get more attack as you get more upgrades with them. The Feudal Age Hulks and the Imperial Age Hulks have 5 attack.
Hi.
Anyway, now Viper can add in some ratas.
Salam.
That's exactly what he's doing. 14 fishing ships to 5 again, guys.
Adish.
Now we have fishing lines coming in here from Viper. Versus Hulks. The thing is, you can't really do that because they literally made an effort to simplify the water bonuses and bonus damage, which is fair because it was pretty Byzantine before. So Hulks only have the ship armor class. Also, the whole point of it was to make sure that demos weren't a core unit needed to counter another unit. And so that would completely be reversing the entire point of making this change in the first place, which was to remove demos from the water triangle. Against Hulks? No, you just Hulk harder than your opponent. All you need to do, man. Yes, but right now, again, the issue with the water triangle is just that galleys are not viable on these sorts of maps. And so the water triangle is broken. Anyway, gonna come forward here for castle number 2 is Viper. He's got his rathas on the field. There are a few monks. Oh, and that's gonna be blocked for now, I guess. Alright, here comes castle number 2, ready to go. Those Hulks obviously don't help at all. Scythe Chariots, wrong game. Anti-snowball mechanic, they were indeed. Which is funny because they themselves were also very snowball-y. Just in the other direction. Same franchise, wrong game. Scythe Chariots were literally a trash unit with gigantic trample damage. I don't think that would work in AoE too. Anyway, TaToH taps out and Viper will get the win, so it is going to be 3-2 at the end of the day. And yeah, honestly, fun set. I think that we're learning more about the new water balance and the strengths and weaknesses of this new design. Sound like Ornlu. Uh-oh, that's the worst of all. Full Hussars? Yeah, but Scythe Chariots have even more trample damage. Also, Pole Hussars is like, if your point of balance is that, oh, don't worry, we have Pole Hussars. Those are fun and balanced. I do think there were issues with old water, but this new water feels like a side grade. It's not an upgrade or a downgrade, but a side grade. It felt like they did, I'm a side grade, at best. At best. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. And then again, I'm going to be gone for the weekend as I will be meeting a pretty lady down in Kentucky. But thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you tomorrow.